Oh. Hey guys, Nick right here for another video, and today I will be reviewing Volume 6, Episode 8. Wow, a lot has happened. I remember watching the trailer and watching John, throw, just grab Oscar and just kind of banged him against the wall. Backed him up in the wall, and I was thinking, okay, after we found out about Sam, like, okay, they're gonna find out, and this is where this thing could happen. I'm glad they're showing it. He also enjoyed the Ruby Maria scene. That's probably my favorite part of the episode. I kind of wish Ruby would have mentioned something about her mom. I was, waiting for that moment to happen. But, get to it. And anyways, I was going to make a video last week about something that I saw back in episode 7 that I kind of want to talk about. That I'm, getting off of. Sorry, I got distracted by one of my cats. Dude, you just gonna... Okay. Anyways, but yeah, well, I was, goodness. Where to start? Despite the episodes being 16 minutes long, a lot happens in 16 minutes. So let's start off with that, the general. I forgot her name. It's a weird name. But I thought when I saw the trailer of the promo for the next episode, for episode 8, it was going to be Winter, and I started what if it's when Weiss's mom, because we've never heard or seen her. Everyone thinks she's dead or something. It wouldn't shock me if she died. In this series, mothers like to come and go. Well, it's no big deal. Not pointing any fingers at anyone Pacific. No big deal. Oh, God. I was not directing that towards Summer. Whatever happened this summer, happened. And I do want to talk about... I feel like I have this feeling that Maria and Summer are connected in some way besides Silverest. I feel like Maria knows Summer, and she hasn't said anything to me. Because Maria might know why Summer died, what happened. This season's just pointing a lot of fingers at Summer. When are we going to see Summer? And don't get me started with Crow. Okay, I'm waiting for Ruby the moment to knock some sense into Crow. I feel like Summer did that, or at least tried. Crow, it's everything up until now is just one thing after another for Crow. He's getting sick and tired of it. Oh, there's a lot of videos I plan to make because this volume's brought up a lot of stuff I would like to talk about and put in theory reviews or discussions about something. And next week, I think I'm going to try to upload every day. I'm going to try to. So, yeah. Okay, another thing. Let me think. Okay, with two old ladies. Okay, I want to talk about something that happened to Blake in this episode with this I'm just gonna call her General, the General lady, the crazy. God, I hate her. I hate everyone that disses on Blake. Alright, yeah. I just love how Ruby was so religious, the most calm person out of everything. But, yeah, let me start with the first part of the episode. The first scene. Okay, so we talk to this General lady, and she says, basically, if Weiss wants to come home, we'll escort her home. We're not taking her friends along with you to go to Atlas. I feel like when she said that, I'm like, you know what? Please, I just want Winter to pop up right now. Oh, God. I really am just, irritated because I'm like, let's get to Atlas. That won't happen in this volume. What happened in next volume? But it's very, this whole build-up we're getting to, like, to something that's going to happen at the end of the volume to end it. It's just leading up to it. So I'm not necessarily irritated what they're doing. I get what they're doing. It's called plot. But let's get back to the story. So when this lady, I'm calling her this lady, okay? But when she basically made a comment about Blake being a faunus. And we all know what we heard from Atlas. Atlas don't treat faunus properly. They're not treated as an equal. Or even treated human almost. And Blake knew what that meant right off the bat. It's one of the main reasons why she joined the Black Fang, for this kind of stuff to stop. And why she didn't ever want Weiss to kind of know back in Volume she was a faunus. Blake hid who she was, but she knew what would happen. And I feel like when they go to Alice, Blake could face this kind of problem. And she probably will. And, and also Weiss could face the problem with her family, her father, who's just... I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there with Jacques. I am not. So, yeah, it's just, my heart just kind of just like, I felt so bad. And Weiss, you could tell the look on her face, she felt horrible. She's like, why? So, yeah. Sorry, guys. Got distracted again.
Oh, you should have that.
Oh, God, get out of my video. Sorry, guys, that's my brother. He just walked past, decided to say hi. It's no big deal. So anyways, it's just... this first part of the episode. It took up 7...
Taste is like asshole.
I apologize, you guys, for that. So, yeah, it just took up 7 minutes of the entire episode, and the last 6 minutes was spent... I wanted all the rest of the entire episode at that point to be about Ruby and Maria. And, like, okay, this is why I get frustrated when episodes are, like, 16 minutes long. Because... But anyways, going on that, and Crow's just, after Maria and the, I'm trying to remember how to, like, they told us her name. It's just really, I don't know how to say it. So I'm not going to say it and butcher it and feel horrible. But anyways, it's going to be really hard to go to Atlas, and Team Juniper already tried and was not successful, so Team RWBY wasn't. And Crow says, I'm going to get a drink. God. Crow! Every time Crow has, like, referred to any of him going to drink alcohol or done it, RWBY gets this face. Before, it wasn't really relevant. We didn't really get these reactions from RWBY. And I don't know, she's probably always felt the same with her Uncle Crow, always getting drunk all the time. Before, it was, she reacted to it not as it was a super horror, like, she wasn't really overly upset by it. RWBY, I think, is tired from her Uncle Crow from walking away when things get horrible. And she's like, we can figure out something. We'll figure out a plan. We kind of need your help. Like, RWBY's basically asking Crow, I kind of need your help here because I feel like I'm failing everyone. And that's how this episode, near the end of it, we see RWBY really, how she really feels about it. Oh, God. RWBY has a lot of stuff she just needs to be said. But anyways, continue on. I think Crow's alcoholism, like, I don't really want to call him an alcoholic. There's no, like, proof stating that Crow is an alcoholic. But from what we see, he kind of is. But with Crow and his alcohol, it's becoming something that's starting to affect RWBY. And she's getting tired of him drinking all of his problems away. Yet again, RWBY probably Crow has been through a lot in his life. And it's just, he's tired of always just failing after seeing things not go away. Especially that they know the truth about Sam. There's no way of being here. There's no hope. And I'm getting there. Here we are. Jean's... I want to say, he's really angry about everything. He's really upset. He doesn't know what to do. And now there's no hope. And Ren and Noor don't know what to do. The three of them don't know what to do. And RWBY kind of has to break him before Oscar actually gets hurt, because I'm afraid he's going to get punched in the face again. I actually thought he was going to get punched again. But RWBY, I think, is tired of everybody fighting and tired of everyone feeling like there's no hope. Yes, this is a very hopeless situation. But there's some hope. There might be. So then we get to RWBY trying to call Uncle Crow, and she gets mad. She throws her squirrel, and Maria's like, you know what, kid, I keep having a piece of quiet. Maria, you can really tell that Maria has a soft spot for RWBY. It's because Maria had the same eyes as RWBY, but Maria lost her eyes. RWBY is very conflicted, I think, and she kind of lets some of that, kind of let all of us know that it's right now how she's kind of feeling, and it's just a lot is going on, and she doesn't really have the time to process everything, to take it all in. She feels like she's failed, and she's like just doing a horrible job as a team leader. She doesn't know how to be a leader. RWBY's trying to be a leader of two teams, her team and Jennifer, and she's just trying to make sure everyone doesn't give up hope, and it looks like it's going that direction, and it's going there very quickly. In a way, Maria tells her that you've done more, basically. You've done the best you can. And RWBY's been able to go through all this and still stand the way she is, and she's changed. RWBY has really changed back from Volume 1. But RWBY still has that hopeful spirit that she always has. And RWBY's kind of losing it at this point, and I'm waiting for the moment. I don't know what's going to happen in this volume. I kind of want to, because everything that's happened is just... RWBY's going to have a massive breakdown one day, and we're going to see that unleashed, and it's not going to be pretty. The main protagonist always has a massive breakdown at some point in the series. With series like these. Because you know what? Because the world hates them. I've come to that conclusion with protagonists in animes. Anime especially dealing with, the ultimate evil, good versus evil kind of thing going on. But back to, I think Maria really... So we found out that Maria's father would seem to also had silver eyes. Crow said back in Volume 3 that the silver eyes was a very rare trait someone could get. To me, it seems like it's not as rare as I thought it was. I thought it was, super rare. But maybe because all the Silver warriors were basically keeping themselves hidden from the world because of Salem was killing them off at one point. Because it was dangerous to have it. That's why Maria's father seemed cautious, didn't want Maria showing about her powers. At the time Maria was young, as we saw in the last episode, Huntsman weren't as powerful as they are now. So it really it gives Maria some hope. That, it gives her some comfort that things are going to probably work out in the end, despite this whole Salem thing. And in all this, Maria is basically just giving Ruby a lesson on her silver eyes and how to control it, to have a mindset when you go and fight Grimm, how to use your powers, and Ruby's usually is caused by stress or just getting really upset. Just a lot of these emotions she gets in a really stressful, emotional situation. It is caused by emotions like a semblance is. And Maria's semblance is kind of similar to Ruby's. Hers is towards... I'm sorry, there's talking in the background. But it's because Ruby's semblance is speed, and she kind of bursts into rose petals. Maria's is basically reflexes, what she calls it. She can tell when an enemy's going to make a movement, and she does it before they get a chance to attack it, which is I think it's pretty awesome, and I kind of wonder if Summer had a semblance, something between Maria and maybe Ruby. I don't know if Maria and Summer are even blood related at all. Maybe silver eyes are just a random trait that any huntsman can get. But that's kind of concerning if it doesn't come from a line of people. But you never know. I really want to know where Summer exactly came from and who she was. And this also, with Maria being around in this episode and talking about Ruby Silver Eyes, it brings up a lot of questions, especially directed towards Summer, in my opinion, and about Silver Eyes in general. But yeah, I just love how Ruby's like, how do I use them so I can kill a bunch of Grimm? But yeah, Ruby talks about how it only apparently affects Grimm, but Cinder has that Grimm arm. So it did affect Cinder during the Battle of Haven. In Haven, back in Volume 5. So, yeah. But I wonder if Ruby can extend her silver eyes to the point where maybe she can use it against people, which is a little bit terrifying, but it can be really useful. And, yeah. Which brings up a lot of questions. Where Ruby, since Ruby has the silver eyes, could she defeat Salem herself? Osmond was brought back to life to get all the 4 relics together, and yada. We all know why Osmond was brought back from the light of God. But, yeah, Ruby realizes the light of God had the same abilities as she did. He was the one who originally had the silver-eyed abilities. And Maria talks about preservation and creation. Preservation is to just kind of keep something safe. And creation is, life itself, things being born and things, just... It's an extension to creation. Something destruction doesn't want. And that's why Ruby can make the Grimm go away. She can stop the Grimm. It's because it was these eyes and ability were created by the light of God, so it's something can be defended against evil. When there's evil in the world, there's always good, and good and evil balances each other out. And yeah, I kind of want to know who was the first silver-eyed warrior, how they came to be, and just, did Ozpin know them? Is that why you let Ruby in 2 years early? And I have just a lot of theories, and we're getting a lot more questions, and we thought a lot of our questions would be answered. They are getting answered, but there's also a lot of questions that are being left unanswered, and things leave even more unanswered. And it's just a bunch of, so I'm making this video way too long, honestly, but I'm enjoying it. And then, by the end of the episode, we find that Oscar's missing. It was partly in the events earlier, because Oscar feels responsible for all this, even though it's really Ozpin. Oscar, we all know how complicated this whole thing is, but yeah, but Ruby's face, I want to point out Ruby's supposed to go run and hunt him down without any like reason or explanation or any rationality. And then you know what, Cinder could pop up, be like, "Hey Ruby, I'm going to come and kill you now with Neo." I'm not looking forward to next episode in many ways. I don't want to know I hope Cinder does not pop up in next episode. All right, Cinder, just stay out of the series. But yeah, so it's a lot, and something my ow. Okay. It's just, I'm glad that Ruby and Maria are talking about Ruby Silver Eyes. And it's just, finally, we're knowing more about it. And, yeah. So now Ruby technically, there's no real way she can train with them, only against Grimm. But Ruby now is told kind of how to use them. Just, it's controlled by an emotional state you can put yourself in. And it's controlled by emotions. Her urge to keep everyone safe, to protect her team, though she cares for it and everyone in Remnant, is going to give her, if she goes through a battle thinking that, especially with Grimm, she can probably blast a lot of them away. Depends. See, it depends on the situation. I don't think Ruby really told Maria, yeah, the reason why I use my Silver Eyes is because Pyrrha died right in front of me. And yeah, you know, that whole episode back in Thorifin was already leading up to that moment. Just a lot of bad started happening in like the last few episodes. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here before this video becomes way too long. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah. So yeah. Also, don't forget to comment. And if I left anything out you wanted me to talk about, make sure you comment about that. But anyways, guys, this is Starfire. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.